where the dry line was, and you could see where storms were starting to pop or like bubble up anyway, and behind it you could see all that dust. It was really cool.
And we do have that threat for fire danger here in the west, and is elevated critical into Texas, New Mexico, stretching all the way really up into Kansas. Things are pretty dry here.
So the air is dry, that's one problem, but the other is the winds are going to be very strong too. So gusty winds out ahead of our system already. Right now, look at that, gusting to 36 in Oklahoma City, but behind it, that's the strong winds that'll kick up the dust.
Yeah, I mean, look at El Paso, gusting to 41 miles per hour. That's pretty gnarly there. Now, here's a look at our current winds, you know, around 30, 40 miles an hour, which is significant, gusting to 50. Pueblo, though, that looks like it could be possible, but this is actually an old observation, and we want to show you why and what happened.
All right, take a look. So we had winds gusting to 70 miles per hour overnight. Whew, look at that.
Right, but the problem is all of a sudden, it's doing this for like 3 or 4 hours, and then the winds just stop. So what our weather producer thinks happened is that the anemometer got blown off or damaged or something, because it would be very bizarre for the winds to just literally drop off and stop, especially when they still should be going strong.
Right.
I mean, look at the
given the environment,
here.
right? And given the environment, you look at the jet stream right overhead. We got a strong little speed max at the upper levels of the atmosphere, so some of that gets mixed down during the day, and we're going to watch for strong winds throughout the day, actually continuing into tonight too. Yeah,
I mean, this low is going to, and the jet stream are going to kind of weaken as they continue to push eastbound as we head into, you know, our Saturday and Sunday type of a thing. But here's a look at that fire danger. Again, still so dry with the relative humidities, but over where Jen is located is where we'll see the storms.
And that's where we'll see the moisture start returning too, thanks to that south wind. So the west wind, not good for the fire threat here. We're going to see the extreme fire threat continuing right across portions of the west, where we have the drought that's actually expanded a bit in the last drought update yesterday.
There you go.
Reynolds.
That wind is impressive. Let's breeze our way into some.
First place.
I think a little bit of the both.
I think a little bit of both. You could donate the books to the library, you know. Anyway, let's take a look. We've got today's forecast. Watching for thunderstorms develop through the day today. We'll see storms possibly in Dallas, but especially east of there up towards Tulsa. Let's go to Springfield, Missouri, also one of the spots that could have storms. Now, today we're going to see windy conditions feeding into those thunderstorms. It's still a little dry out there, relatively speaking, but we'll get more moisture in place, and storms are in the forecast throughout the afternoon and evening. And then tomorrow, we still could have some showers and storms, maybe not severe, but still wet in Springfield and St. Louis and Chicago and New York City. And did you catch your temperatures there in New York City? 60. So we are going to rebound and warm up. Next round of severe comes in on Sunday in Oklahoma. Yeah, I mean, everything isn't setting up perfectly, but it has been setting up, and it has been actually since the beginning of the year. We're going to take you back to the beginning of 2017 and look at the tornado counts. We're at 369, and that's above the average of 185. We've actually not been this high. We've actually not been above average at all since 2012, but we've not been this high above average since 2008. And also kind of interesting is just where we've been seeing the severe weather. So take these numbers from the National Weather Service in Kansas City. These are their number of tornado warnings. It doesn't mean a tornado happened, but this year they've already issued 18 tornado warnings. You have to go all the way back to 2006 to find a year like that, and you notice all the years in between they didn't issue any. It has been a busy season already, and also notable is where the tornadoes have formed. 1 in California, 2 in Minnesota, 2 in Massachusetts, 7 in Ohio, 2 in Pennsylvania. But you know what? The place that you would probably most expect it, Oklahoma, just 1. So all these other places have had more than there. But of course, as you just saw, the forecast is going to get busy right here in the coming days.
We go from those troubling